No, 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 no. Hi. So, I was sending a message um, on on the chat. Yeah, there we go, on the chat. And, because I didn't think to tell the person that. And it would have made sense. Should have made sense. Um, so we're still building this lighthouse. We finally got the correct shape. And then we'll probably go back to what we were working on before. The idea was supposed to be that we have, like fish. So far it hasn't worked, but darn it, I did it again. It's like, darn, I did it again. Okay, anyway. Trying to turn Britney Spears songs into what they're not aside. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's not what I meant. I meant that. Okay. So it's a lighthouse, and it's like you can see into the
Minimum
ocean.
height for building is minus 64 blocks. Minimum 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 height for building is minus 64 blocks.
What I'm hearing,
Minimum height for building is minus 64 blocks. 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 Minimum height for building is minus 64 blocks.
Okay.
Minimum height for building is minus 64 blocks. 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 Minimum height for building is minus 64 blocks.
But I
Minimum
still
height
have
for
to
building
listen
is
to
minus
it.
64 blocks. Minimum height for building is minus 64 blocks. Minimum height for building is minus
I think
64
it got
blocks.
stuck.
Minimum height for building is minus 64 blocks. 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 Minimum height for building is minus 64 blocks.
What? Finally shut up. Okay, yay. Oh, I thought my was a little loud. There. So I told our cats that Daddy has a day off. And hopefully they have listened. I don't know, but I hope they have listened. Because there's there's a big project we have to do today. And I'm sure you've noticed my Nevada Day Parade videos. Well, those are all my videos. Then there are several from my husband. So, yeah. We're going to fill in the gaps with those videos because I'm sure you've noticed that it goes 1, 4, 5, 6, 200. I didn't know what number to make it, so I was like, I'll just make it 200. But anyway, I'm sure you've noticed that. We've already got his on his YouTube, but we don't have mine on his YouTube and, stuff like that. So we got to work on this big old project today. While I'm trying to find a pink house. Not that one. It's a 2-story. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Sorry. Except for that we've got that big project. I did work on my story a little bit yesterday. And then I started to fall asleep, so but we did get it up to where Adam is about to dance with Ashley for the first time. And okay, we are going to put the tree away. Even though we need the tree, we'll put them in later. And we'll put this over here. And we'll put that over there. Because then if we don't have the piece that I need, we can grab it out of the inventory. We do. Yay. Okay. You're probably wondering why I had to get rid of both of them. Well, if I can't bone meal the tree, then, we've got all the house. I think we've got all the trees put in where the houses are. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that we have all all the streets where the houses are. We just need to be able to put them where the businesses are. Not too bad of a thing, you know? Um, so before I do the tour on Monday, I've got to get all these 25s done for the tracks. So I've already got this set up, so it's going to follow the road. It's pretty nice. Where the road goes, nobody knows because it's not finished yet. I've already got it going to the next town over, which also isn't finished yet, but we're working on it. I thought I got the... What the heck? So one of these days it's gonna go all the way back to the house. Today's one of those, one of these days, but, yeah. So I'm gonna try to only do this until 11, and then I'm gonna get my husband out of bed so we can go and start on that project. Our internet isn't up to snuff, and even though they gave us their word that it was going to be, we're still having the same dang issues. My issues from Wednesday could have been Twitch. But seriously, 2 of my videos were an hour and something long. The rest of my videos were, mostly, and the rest of my videos were 10 minutes and less. Some, a lot of them being 5 minutes and less. I think I got a couple that were like, 30 something minutes and 40 something minutes, but not very many. Anyway, 3-hour stream, 14 different parts. And if I could figure out how to send the video, or even just send the link to the video on, or to the playlist on, the playlist on YouTube, that is ridiculous. It should not, if you're advertising that this is a great streaming service to, record your videos on, you should not be having this many issues. But, like, if I could get a copy to Twitch and, well, also it could be the Xbox. Usually it doesn't have issues. Usually I could stream for, 15 hours and wouldn't have one issue. But it could have been that. So if I could get if I could give a link to that specific playlist to Twitch and Microsoft and our internet provider, then I would be happy. Well, you guys are the ones that wanted to go for a ride in the first place. So, I don't know if that's like... If that's like just on... Wait, I need that. I need all those. Well, we'll put the windows away for now. Um... Forgot what I was looking for a moment there. And now I can't remember where it is. Not even a general area. Because they say that you can like link up all of the little like you can link up all the little mine carts and with lassos or something like that. I did not see it anywhere. That's string. I don't think that's the same thing. Hmm. Ah, there it goes. Okay, so guinea pig here. Aha. Now, can we... Oh, okay. But we can't keep them in the... They're gonna follow me anyway. Would you stop that? Coral, get your butt over here. Okay, so that must be a Java only thing. Come on, Marnie. We'll rescue Henny later. Can I do that? There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. And there would be if I had the fence. Can I tie you to a tree? Dang it. There's got to be a way. Come on. Ah, yes. I'm going to still have some of them following me, but not all of them. There. That feels so mean. Cal, go that way. I know you're going backwards. I don't think this one has a name. Yeah. Okay, first of all, second of all, third of all, fourth of all, fifth of all. Okay, how about, Henny, get your butt over here. And just in case anybody's wondering, yes, I would do that in real life. I do that to my boys all the time. Having a cat on a leash. If you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, pizza. Come on, pizza. Come on, banana. Come on, I didn't catch your name. May not have a name yet. Oh, I think it was banana. Because I haven't said banana yet. Come on, Cal. There you go. Now, something I'm hoping to do. Oh, no. Samson, get your butt over here. Okay. Now, something I'm hoping to do and not get Samson to follow me and not hurt anybody. That's the important part there. Not hurt anybody. Come on. Dang, we have a lot of animals. That's not what I meant. I meant to sever them from the... Okay, come on. There you go. Now, do we still have little guys over there? No. Okay. Now, if your pets will not leave you alone, just go way up high and go way up high, go far away from them, and they should leave you alone. Anyway, so it's supposed to be that you can link up the different minecarts somehow, and apparently that's a Java only. Oh, good. Okay. I'm gonna have to find the no, it's just taking forever because it's a lot of bricks. You know, that's something that just makes me laugh. You know, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I went 1,000 bricks." Yeah, just so you know, from that end of the mountain to that end of the mountain is more than 1,000 bricks. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh, hi viewers. I've got 2 viewers. And there was a doorway yesterday. Maybe it got taken out when I did something. I don't know. But there was a doorway yesterday. Now there is not. Okay. You know, it's just that I would like to be able to connect the minecarts. I would actually like to be able to connect the minecarts with chain, because it makes more sense. If you look at, I think it's a Disneyland Railroad. No! And this is why we did this. This is why we did this. See? And then there. And then there. And then there. And then there. And there. In there and there. Was putting regular window? I mean, the window blocks? Apparently, I was putting window blocks. Anyway, I'm gonna go around the whole entire thing and make sure that, for at least 100 blocks, you can see anything that is around this building. Okay. See, now I could just go down and I don't care because I've got the bedrock block right there. Oh, they've been available in videos. So I've been streaming. I mean, not streaming. I've been making videos since about 2017, I think. And I posted my first video December of 2016 because I was like, I really wanted to share. Well, that's when the evidence shows up. I actually posted a little earlier than that because I remember I posted a copy of It's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown just because it was Halloween, That's the only reason. I could have taken it off right afterwards, and I wasn't saying it was my own stuff. I mean, you could tell it wasn't my own stuff. But anyway, I wasn't saying it was my own stuff or anything like that, but they decided it wasn't okay for me to post. It's really funny how, a whole bunch of other people have posted it and it doesn't get taken down, just mine. But that's another argument for another day. But anyway, I posted a little snippet of an episode of Dr. Quinn, and I don't know if it's copyrighted or not, but I didn't put it on there with malicious intention of saying I came up with this song. I didn't do that. It was I don't know what it's actually called, but Thanking the Lord He Made You, from the Thanksgiving episode of season 3, and I really like it. It's only like 2 minutes long, and I wanted to share it with everybody. That did not get pulled, copyrighted or anything like that, oddly enough. And then I kept seeing people's videos from Disneyland, and let's say the Haunted Mansion. It's super dark in the Haunted Mansion. Duh. But their videos are so dark you couldn't see what was going on in there. So I was like, you know what? I've got some footage of that from 1986 and 2000. One was the big Danny Tanner camera, the on the shoulder model. That's what I call it, the Danny Tanner camera, because he used one. And most people have seen Full House, so the camcorder that he had in like the first season. Kind of funny how he didn't have it after that. But maybe it was like, people were um, bored of seeing him record his daughters. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I call it. And, that's a really old camera. It probably should have been the one to have the problems with the dark, but it saw everything. So I'm like, I'm going to post that. And then, and, I don't know which one I posted first, but I went and posted every single ride that I had a video for, and a lot of people have liked them. Especially, America Sings was the one that everybody was watching all the time. But then I set the rule of we don't talk about the scary death part. We just talk about, how awesome the ride is. And I think that got a few people upset. But, that's what we were trying to celebrate there, is how awesome the ride was. And I'd like them to bring it back. Somehow make it safer. Somehow make it safer, but I want them to bring it back. The thing was is that it was in the Carousel of Progress, so when it went, I guess when it went from scene to scene, there was like a transition, and she got stuck in one of the transitions, and something bad happened. Anyway, I would like to make it more like Snow White or Peter Pan, or any of those rides where there doesn't have to be a person involved in any part of the ride. It could just be a it could just be kind of like the rocket rods. It would go for a little bit, and then it stopped, and then it'd go for a little bit and stopped. If they could do that on purpose, because I don't think the rocket rods were supposed to do that. But if they could do that on purpose and have it, stop and go, then they could have a big old room with all those scenes in it. And they'd have to add new ones probably, because I think the original stopped at rock and roll. Well, they'd have to probably have, I don't know how they would do that without, because not everybody likes rap, and not everybody likes, like, R&B or whatever. But, I know it's R&B, rhythm and blues. But what I'm saying is, whatever the music genre is, they'd have to add some more to it. But originally they had animals, so anyway, I just don't know how you would do it. I was coming up with, in a previous version, I was coming up with how to do it. And it looked really great and everything. But I think that one went with the I don't know why I don't have that one. Maybe it got corrupted too. I know that my regular world, the one that I'm working on right now, um, it got corrupted last year, April 2024. And I don't know what went wrong, but I assume it was the redstone. So this one, the only thing that is redstone related is um the the thing that makes it go on its own for the track. Dang it! All freaking morning. Hello? I don't have the patience today. If you're not going to talk to me, I'm not going to say anything more than hello. I mean, I keep telling my husband that if you keep talking to the droid, it's going to record your voice, and then the recording of your voice is going to get used to scam somebody else. And he keeps talking to him anyway. Really bugging me. Okay, so wow. We're almost done making this lighthouse. The idea is to have, some bedrooms, living room, stuff like that. Kitchen, of course. Kitchen. And then it's gonna go up so far. I probably want to put it up higher than the highest tree in the forest. Oh, the forest isn't there. It's gonna be hard to put something higher than the highest tree when there's no forest here at the moment. Very hard. I kept thinking that we need a little cabin in the woods for Angel and Kathy. And 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 another one for Scott and Melanie. But then I was thinking, no, it's not Melanie. Carolyn. Scott and Carolyn. Scott and Melanie is the other couple that has Scott in it. I always thought that that's what it should be, but maybe, maybe they've got a house connected to this lighthouse. Their house could go right here. don't know. I was just thinking about that. Who better to help get everybody in than a sea captain? I mean, a pirate ship captain. A ship captain. I mean, he happened to captain a pirate ship, but they don't have to know that. No. Okay. Wait, is it this one or that one? That one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. That one. There. Or, on the other hand, we're gonna get these stairs here. They have to go in the middle, though. That's the only problem that I've got with it. It's gotta go in the middle. But we're gonna get the stairs here, and then we can maybe have them here, you know? Anyway, there. Looks pretty nice, huh? I think that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, that looks like it'd be high enough. I don't think, well, 30 is definitely not, so maybe 10 more. 30 is not, divisible by 8, or we could do 32. Since we kind of liked that number anyway, we'll just do 32. Because each floor is 8. Each floor is 8, so 8 times 4. Yeah, 8 times 4 is 32. I don't do math much anymore, so like usually if I'm going to do math, I've got to figure out, this build here. So normally it's not too much. Okay, so I think well, first of all, I think that I want another box of cornflakes instead of. I mean, I like the granola, but sometimes it's a little too hard. I'm confused because there's this video on YouTube and it's clearly showing a kid from Step by Step, or at least that's what he looks like, and they're talking about Boy Meets World. Now, it's possible that the reason why Step by Step didn't last very long is because that kid got a contract with the other TV show, but I don't know. I was just remembering that. Anyway, so I'm like really happy because we finally got Ashley about to dance with Adam, which is going to cause Sean to get super jealous and try to start a fight. And I don't remember what happens. Well, I think I remember what happens, but I'm not entirely sure. But we're only on like page 8 out of 15 for that chapter. I can finish it today, and I am determined to try. But as much as I keep saying that, something gets in the way. Like, the Wednesday, I was having tons of trouble with getting the videos to actually post the way that they're supposed to. Yeah, we need that. Okay. Anyway, I was having tons of trouble getting them to post the way that they're supposed to. I was having trouble getting them to download. I was onto my computer. I was having trouble getting them to go on YouTube. I was just having a bad technology day that day. So I think it was Thursday. It might have been Thursday after he got home. He called them up and he's like, this isn't working. And so they said that we're supposed to get new phones. Well, he says it's been a week, but I could have sworn that it was this week that they called. So that he called. So I don't know. Maybe it has been a week, and I just haven't been paying attention. I don't know. Anyway, whatever the deal is, we still haven't gotten those phones, and the internet service has not been what it was supposed to be. I think what they need to do is put in a new cell tower and we'll be fine. But that's like a ton of money, so I doubt they're going to set that up. I kind of think that this would be the this would be the lighthouse for Morgan and her crew. I don't like that. Anyway, I kind of think that this would be the lighthouse for Morgan and her crew to, tell them where the house is. I mean, the mansion. keep calling it the house because I figure if, you've got a bunch of you got a bunch of pirates and they're all rich, they're just gonna call it the house. Okay. That actually looks kind of nice with the other kind of window. Yet, over here. Oh. No. No, that's not what it is. Not that. No. See, that's the other problem, though, too. Is I'm trying to catch up on YouTube videos, and it's taking forever. Because there's some that are just super long. Like 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Okay. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go all the way down here and put in the window the way it's supposed to be. Like, oh, yeah, like this. Okay, where's the window? Where's the window? Where's the window? There we go. Oh, I was gonna say, and then we're gonna drop down and start over again. The problem is, Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know, my son helped me put in all those houses with commands, and uh, the only the only reason why he's not helping um, recolor the houses is because I messed up. I got the wrong color in there somewhere, so you can't necessarily go in and know exactly what color goes where because I messed up. So, doing that part on my own, and yeah, it's taking forever, but it's okay. Why did you, no, I mean, did you watch all the DJ Go Ham stuff and you're done, or what? Okay. Poor guy. He had to play puzzle on the laptop. Well, why can't you use the cord that we were using before and hope that it works better going up and down the stairs? Oh, it was an idea. He wants to go and take his desktop computer upstairs. And well, none of our devices have a decent enough signal, and some of them are plugged in. Oh yeah, that's something. Some of them are plugged in, so they should have, they should be working like, they should be working. I was gonna say something, and then I'm like, wait a minute, it's a Minecraft stream, so that probably wouldn't be a welcome thing to say. It was not a thing to say on the Dukes of Hazzard. She said it, but she got, uh, you know, she got that. Daisy, don't be talking like that. From Uncle Jesse, so I'm guessing it wouldn't really be a streaming friendly phrase. Anyway, this wasn't meant to be a just Lighthouse stream, but that's what it's becoming. Um, I want us to work on the getting those videos put on our YouTubes. Blah, blah, blah. Couldn't say it right. Oh, so if you watch my um if you watch my streams over here and, and also watch okay. Um anyway, if you watch my streams or maybe also watch my YouTube, um the video for today is Pumpkin Pie the Allies. I think I was kind of thinking of VeggieTales and the Great Pie War when I came up with that one, but I was thinking those are the two answers for the day is pumpkin pie and then the Allies, and I came up with Pumpkin Pie the Allies. I was just gonna put Allies, and then I was like, You know what? Pumpkin pie the allies. You know, like throw pumpkin pie at them. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, you know, they're not always super funny like that. Well, I don't know if you'd call it super funny, but you know, they're not always funny like that. And there's well, the one time it was like handsome guy Harry Houdini or something like that. And you know, and chocolate PlayStation. But then I'll get something that like just really does not make any sense. But you know, I've committed myself to whatever the last puzzle is on Wheel of Fortune and put it together with the final Jeopardy answer from, well, yeah, question, from Jeopardy and putting them together and hoping that there'll be something that will make everybody want to watch. Yeah, because this looks like it would be a nice pool, right? And then you go down here, it's under the world. Why was this big gaping hole here? I have no idea. Okay, so I was trying to put these windows together. There. Yeah, we got it right. Okay. Oops. Oops. Not that. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea what the pumpkin pie one was, so I didn't even come close. There. So how's it look down there? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, except for that there's a freaking wall back there. What? Not that. This. This is getting annoying. This is getting annoying. Okay. Yeah, so I might come up with around the windows anyway. Or, for the windows. The white. But, I don't know. Oops. Okay, I'm sorry I'm being quiet. I'm trying to get this just right. So I do have it set up that if I ever wanted to try to put in redstone again, then I can. I think what I'm gonna do, like, I'm gonna wait until I've got this all built. and then make a second copy of it. I mean, all built is, no, I always find new things to put in it. Like the tattoo parlor, the beauty shop, not the beauty shop, but, the hair salon, or whatever. You can tell I'm not a girly girl type. But, okay. But, the clothing store, the toy store, there's a whole bunch of buildings that, are mentioned in my books, and I didn't even think to build them. I had this in a very odd shape before. It just was not right. Um, so I was gonna build it white, like, like the one in Pete's Dragon, and then I was like, well, kind of like this too. And this just seems more Ireland, to build it out of some kind of stone thing. I don't know. I've never been there. I've just seen it on movies and TV shows and people's videos, and um, what I can see on Google. So, okay. Now we need to find the problem is that we don't have anything to make um the floor out of because we don't have that. Well, we can trade the lasso out for the um white terracotta, which is pink. It's not white, it's pink. No, not this one. Stay on the road. Apparently we're driving drunk today. Okay, one of these days, these houses over here on the left are, those ones. One of these days they're going to be gone. And so's that. Just not today. So this is what the road's supposed to look like, but it doesn't work because it never lines up the way it's supposed to. So it ends up looking like that. Not as good, but it'll do kind of thing. And I've noticed that for the road anyway, it's usually yellow here. Well, in Ireland it is white. I've noticed. So, at least on Google. Um, okay, so that can go. Um, that's what I'm looking for. Wait, I just. What did I. Oh, no. What did I move? Okay, it wasn't wood. Wasn't the minecart. I just put something away. I have no idea what it was. Huh. This. Okay. No, I need all that. Dang it. There's a reason why I'm upset about that. I need to be able to do the dirt road, and obviously I can't do the dirt road if I don't have the dirt and the one that makes the pathway next to the dirt. What is it? Anyway, I'll show you which ones I'm talking about. Okay, this dirt, coarse dirt, I think, and dirt path. I just, I can't put that together without that. And yeah, so if you're wondering, I only know how to get to places on my map a certain way, so that's the way I go. No! Oh, how did we do that? I'm glad we went then. Huh? There. And then 1, 2, 3. Oh, not over here. I mean, I will need that. I just don't need it right now. There. There is a big problem here. You are not getting up those stairs very well. I mean, it was supposed to be along the wall, and then that just didn't seem to be working. So it ended up being like this. Yeah, you're not getting up those stairs very well. Okay. I'm just saying that, like, look, 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, and, ah! What are you doing? He knocked over my suitcase. My suitcase is only in the living room because I haven't taken it to the bedroom yet. Since the last time we went out and needed a suitcase. There's not really a whole lot of room upstairs anyway, but what? 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 Why is over here whining? Okay. But, oh, no, I got the stairs. Never mind. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to do. If I can. Right now it's not going to work, but later it will. Maybe. Oh, unless that's the inside. What if that's the inside? I don't think it is, but what if? We'll figure it out. This, I think, is going toward the inside. So I'm not going to go too far because I don't know. But that set of windows is going toward the ocean, so I'm going to guess that's okay. Oh. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, if that's going where I think it's going, we're probably going to have to put something else in there anyway, so. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, see? Water. Okay. Aha. So, yeah, we can put in this and be totally fine. It's going to take a while, but there we go. Now we need to go back down to that window and put the rest of the window part in. There we go. Okay. What? I'm confused. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I gotta figure out which window is, which window, but I gotta figure out which walls are gonna have water and which walls are not gonna have water. What? Oh, because we only went down so far. Okay.